What's up, guys? Max here with Dynasty Trading Systems. In today's live recap, we're going to be breaking down the why, the where, and the when of our 100-point trade on the NASDAQ that we took this morning with our live stream group. There's really three things that we look at every single day, and I'll be honest with you, I came into the session not feeling 100%. I really didn't get much sleep last night, so I made a mental note to myself that, hey, I can't swing the bat that hard today. I'm not feeling my best, but what I'm gonna do is follow my rules. And so we have a very straightforward process with what we do each and every morning. The first thing we're gonna take a look at is our gamma levels. We wanna see where the dealers are positioned. This is the battlefield for the session. This also dictates to us coming into the session if dealers are in our position positive gamma or negative gamma. That tells us the kind of environment that we can expect. Are we going to experience more mean reversion type price behavior, or are we going to experience aggressive accelerated trend type behavior? And we try to figure that out ahead of time. Of course, things can change once the market opens, but that's the first thing. The second thing we're going to do is take inventory of our Ludwig levels. Ludwig levels plot three very important levels for our community. These levels we know are going to really have tremendous inflection points for price. We know once price comes to these levels, we're going to see price begin to do some very unusual things, and it happens consistently, right? So those are the first two things that we look at, and then from there we'll drill down into the order flow, where we leverage some of our own tools like the liquidity ladder, which basically is like a heat map but simplified on our chart. We'll also look at book map as well, and then when it's all said and done and the time is right to hit that trade, we don't enter a trade until our execution layer is confirmed, and that's where we pull up our Renko charts and break it down. So I'm going to do this in two different steps. The first thing I'm going to do is actually pull up a regular chart. I'm going to show you, the overview of what happened. Then we're going to transition to the recording, where you can actually see the live commentary before the trade, during the trade, and of course after the trade for the 100 points. So if you haven't already done so, make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. If you want to learn more about what we do, visit us on dynastytradingsystems.com, and feel free to jump into our free Discord. We're just launching the community, folks here who are trying to learn how to trade, leveraging gamma levels, order flow, and Renko charts. So let's jump right into the charts. Okay, so this is what we were looking at here pre-market. And so pre-market, obviously we had CPI today. That's what created the spike. So the big question we had for our group was, are we going to be accepting this CPI spike, or are we going to be rejecting this CPI spike? And so what we took a look at is pre-CPI, we had our lug level, our yellow lug level. We call this the directional line. And we could see how price literally just pinned that level going into, so from like 1 a.m. going into 8:30, just consolidating at that level. The other important thing to note is our volatility threshold price at 29,540s, which is a part of our gamma stack. We also just had these clusters of 4 gamma levels from 29,540 all the way down to 29,542. So this was another thing that we were really paying attention to, because our idea was, hey, if we end up getting below the 29,540 level, that is going to turn the environment from positive to negative. We can expect to start seeing aggressive selling happening here. So as price drops, we should see more selling. As price rips, more buying. But of course, based on that premise, that's initially what we're looking at. But then here's what ends up happening, right? So we see price ends up breaking out for CPI, and then we get a slow melt all the way back down into our yellow lug level. And then from here, we can begin to start see how price begins to rotate. So this area right here is how we were able to get into our long trade. And we were able to catch a pretty nice piece of that. We took about 3 or 4 trades on the live stream, and we were scalping longs throughout the entire session. I don't think I took any sell side trades in the session. Of course, we were positive gamma, so we understood that the big piece here is this. And I know that some folks have been struggling the last couple of sessions. If you were trading Friday, a lot of folks got liquidated on that Trump candle. We did not. Yesterday, there was another Trump post on Truth Social, and that led to another big spike. I see people getting liquidated left and right. But here's the one thing that a lot of them are missing: the fact that we are in what? Positive gamma environment on the NQ. And because of that, when we start seeing strength understand that dealers are going to be hedging against that by selling against that, right? They're going to be containing and dampening that move. And so whenever we see strength, and so as an example here, CPI spike, perfect example, everyone's thinking it's going to the moon, but guess what? Positive gamma, more than likely, we're going to see that move get dampened and then sold into, and that's exactly what happened. And then vice versa, we see price dropping right here. What do? They buy it up. We see price drop again, they buy it up. And so if we know this, we're not trying to be buying the strength. We're not trying to sell weakness in a positive gamma environment. So that really was setting the tone. And then of course we look at the levels. So what we're gonna do now is jump into the actual recording of the trade execution so you can see it in action real time. Okay. We can reclaim opening range low here. A little too early for this, but I'm gonna try if we can stay above that 84 level here. Do a quick cut if we fail. And long. So let's see if we can get a push back to 720s. Boom, there's my scalp target, stops break even, holding for 720s now. What was a scratch? Mine was a hit. Ooh, we're up 20, 30, 40 points right now. Let's see if we get to 720s on QQQ. That'll put us right around 800s, give or take. The NQ, there's 50 points. I'm going to trail my flip here. That's a nice trade. We got in, we didn't really wait for confirmation structurally in terms of price action. It was just more about the reclaim. So this was a reclaim entry underneath the opening range low, get extreme here. So you see sellers coming in. I think you guys can see that. Seller, 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 and then follow through. We reclaimed a level, my little dot. A little dot right there, bam, we're good. We have a long way to go to get back to 800, so that'll be my target. I'll just take my target there at 800. So let's go. Possible opportunities, but it needs to hold 729s here. 729s needs to hold. I think we can hold, well, technically, at least what you're seeing here on this chart, this level here just needs to hold. And if that holds, then maybe we can get it to the next ladder up, or ride this ladder higher. See my last trade, guys. I'm gonna wrap it up. I'm just happy I was able to catch some pretty decent base hits. So overall, just even though I'm not feeling 100%, was able to follow the plan, right? That's the key thing, just follow the plan. Follow your plan, you'll be okay. Let's see if we can get back to 720s on QQQs. That's kind of the magnet, right? I'm anticipating that move higher. So the breakdown logically was the fact that we're positive gamma, right? We had a migration from 700 720 on the PLC. Structurally on futures, we're looking at the opening range low. I'm looking at the opening print. Then from there, looking at the execution layer, which in this case would have been a break reclaim of a key level, basically a fail follow through. And then using for tightest entries possible Renko. So my Renko literally came in right at this flip right here, and my stop loss technically would have been either the swing low or 75 reclaim. So like 60, 70 ticks. And that's it. That's how you do it. That is how we do it. All right. Let's see as we start pushing towards our POC. What the heck is my thing here? There we go. Tape stall. Be careful. Pretty strong right here. They are pressing into this level. So 775, I'm going to take another partial. I'll just take the partial now. Just take it now as we start approaching POC. Who wants another Trump candle today, not me, not I. And then for that, I throw my big target now. So I got my little runner there. Let's just leave it all the way up to 923's overnight high. It's a lotto trade just in case. I just happened to be lucky today. Highly unlikely it's gonna happen, but either way, I've locked in some, so I'm good. Pay myself throughout this expansion, and that's it. Chilling. We are chilling today. Pretty smooth day. I mean, I think today was just more about not being too eager to jump into a trend. Not being too eager to jump into a trend. And honestly, the flows today, I mean, it was really, really helpful. You know, I think using the positive gamma environment, we understood the fact that we should expect them to buy on breakdowns and sell on breakups, right? So sell rips and buy dips. And we just want to kind of trade like those guys. We just want to do what they're doing. See if we can get to that target. This is just chilling right now. We're just nice little push higher. Let's see how we deal with 75s as we start approaching some orders here. I mean, the book is super thin on NQ today. I mean, nothing really stands out. These boys are gonna keep holding 72s here, or 74s. My Renko? You mean like what do you mean working? Like it shows up on the, like, meaning effective for entries, or what do you mean working? Like my strategy around Renko? And most Renko systems are like silly. Most of them are pretty silly, to be honest. Some of the big vendors out there, it's like very cartoonish, like the Ninja Renko guys. Like, it looks so gimmicky. It has a place, you know. I don't just use Renko, but oh yeah, entry points, exactly. It's good for the entry points for sure. I mean, okay, tag that on that trail there, guys. Very clean trade. You know, the last couple days have been pretty epic for our group. We've been live streaming, so if you're not already tuned in to the channel, make sure you like, subscribe to the channel. Monday through Friday, we live stream all our trades using our framework, 3-step framework. We call it the Trifecta: gamma levels, order flow, and Renko charts. And it's super simple. I mean, you can literally just watch what we do in about 15 to 20 minutes, begin to understand the process, and you can begin to implement that on your own. So again, thanks for tuning in. Hope you got some value. If you did get that value, hit that like button, and we'll see you on the next video.